Aadmi Party has unveiled its chief ministerial pick for the upcoming Gujarat elections. Isudan Gadhvi, it's a name that you'll probably hear a lot more in the coming days. The announcement was made by party chief Arvind Kejriwal. He revealed that Gadhvi had won 73% of the votes in an internal leadership survey and therefore he is the preferred choice. Let's listen in.
जनता ने खूब जम के वोटिंग की है। हमारे पास लगभग 16,48,500 के करीब रिस्पांस आए, सारे मिला के सब तरीके से, और उनमें 73% लोगों ने ईशुदान गढ़वी जी का नाम
Right, let's go straight across to our guest joining us this evening. Vaibhav Agarwal, chairman of the Yuva India Foundation, said Asad Abbas, political analyst, Nirja Chaudhary, senior journalist. Let me begin. Nirja, of course, has been with us throughout the program. Thanks, Nirja, for staying on. Very warm welcome to all of you. Vaibhav Agarwal, at this stage, of course, BJP is planning to hold fort for another term. It has been in the state of Gujrat for decades now. What exactly is the plan of action with the Aam Aadmi Party picking up momentum and how?
Afrida, good evening. It's good to be back with the panelists. Nirja ji, special good evening to you. And Asad bhai, salam. So I'll tell you, Afrida, it's a very simple thing. We are not competing with anyone else except us. We have taken our voice to the people at large. We've been voted in by the public since 1985. I mean, 27 years or 30 years roughly now. So it's a very simple thing. We are in competition with our own selves. We are in competition with our own cadre. And as far as we are concerned, our policies are already in the midst of public. They've seen our work. They know our leadership extremely well. We don't have to fall flat on our faces with politics of pollution or anything else where we don't keep our word. It is very evident Gujratis are not Aam Aadmi citizens. They question. They are business people. They're wise. They're extremely good at negotiating, and they have their own set of qualities that they bring to the table when it comes to contributing to the country and global economy at large. So they also know us. They have voiced their concerns to us against our leadership within the party, and I think our party is taking a look at all this very, very carefully, and that is how the campaigning and the promises and the Drishti Patra and the manifesto is being designed. There's a continuity in governance. That's what people want. People want that governance. There are hits and misses that they need to be corrected. And they know that Bharatiya Janata Party, with its leadership, stalwart leaders like Narendra Bhai Modi, Amit Bhai, and the incumbent Chief Minister, Mr. Patel, I think there are a lot of hits and misses that are there. But then the hits are larger than the misses. The misses have been voiced by the people of Gujarat to the party. The party has taken back to the drawing board and reinvented itself on the ground and come back to it.
Very concerted effort, Mr. Agarwal. Whether it is staggering the dates of the elections, allowing the Prime Minister's campaign to be complete, the BJP is not taking this election lightly. Said Asad Abbas, the choice of candidate for the chief minister, it's not a very familiar name. If you take a look, if you think about whether he's been in the circuit, in the politics of it all, do you think with Mr. Isudan, the Aam Aadmi Party has a chance to challenge the BJP in Gujarat?
Ridaji, likewise, always a pleasure to be on your show, and my good knowledgeable friend Vaibhav and Nirja ji. Now coming straight to the point, I've always believed the Aam Aadmi Party stands for the Aam Aadmi citizens. And I disagree with my good friend Vaibhav that every single citizen of Gujarat is indeed an Aam Aadmi citizen. The fact, what does the Aam Aadmi need? Also, as a matter of fact, your question, Isudan Gadhvi, who is this person? Well, I was also unknown to him. The fact of the matter, this man, when I did my respective research, has indeed been the voice of the farmer, voice of education policy, corruption policy, also, as a matter of fact, health policies. So Isudan Gadhvi is very much Aam Aadmi Party, who joined the Aam Aadmi Party in the June 2021. This is a candidate chosen by the
2017 or
people. 16 lakh 50,000 votes, out of which this man got 73% of the votes. This is undoubtedly the people's mandate. Also, now coming to the point, the fact what happened in Morbi under the able or not so able leadership of Bhupendra Bhai Patel is going to be very, very, very doting factor looking at the Gujarat elections. It's easy
One
to make
has to
promises.
give credit to Mr. Kejriwal, the way he has taken this particular project of Gujarat elections, visiting the state every other week. Here is a party that comes from nil. The party did contest the last election. It did not score any seat. And look at the way the party is gearing up to take this challenge as compared to the Congress, Nirja, which was so close to call. And yet you don't see any such momentum when it comes to the Congress party.
In fact, the Congress is saying that we are running a low-key campaign, and they think that is their part of their strategy. I agree with you that the Congress is completely, it's almost as if the Congress has given up on Gujarat. And some people, I keep saying that some people in Himachal had told me just 3 weeks ago that is there an understanding between Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress? Gujarat be left for AAP and Himachal to be left for the Congress. I don't know. It seems very far-fetched. But the fact of the matter is, yes, the Congress seems to be caving in. Now, does that mean it becomes that much more bipolar instead of being triangular? And triangular means advantage BJP. Because let's face it, 27 years in power, there is bound to be anti-incumbency. And there are signs of it. But because it is Narendra Modi's state, Prime Minister's state, people will not let the BJP lose that. That seems to be the psyche. So the BJP seems to be poised to win. But Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal have taken a risk, if you would think, bringing this new element, new CM candidate, former media person, 40 years. So Aam Aadmi Party's strategy is to bring in new political energy rather than get old disgruntled politicians from other parties into their party. So the strategy,
what do you think about this choice of the Aam Aadmi Party? Clearly, they did not take the risk of naming Gopal Italia. His name was in circulation, and we probably know why.
That's right. So I think it is a risk, but it is, again, out of the box thinking, a new way to approach politics, new way to maybe mobilize people, because this Gadhvi's program was very popular amongst rural Gujarat, amongst the farmers, and he'll have an appeal amongst the youth. So Kejriwal is really building for the future.
But, if you look at it, it's a David and Goliath's contest, isn't it? Saeed Abbas, if you can come in on this, think about it. For the Aam Aadmi Party, that does not have a footprint currently, whereas the BJP is consolidated. It's the home state of the Prime Minister, home state of the Home Minister. What are we talking about?
Absolutely, Afridaji. I'm glad you said David and Goliath. And we know who won. David won. Likewise, this elections can be seen as the one we saw with Sheila Dikshit ji in Delhi. What did we see? A mighty two-time chief minister, and then comes in Kejriwal. Today, the people of Gujarat have become like people of Delhi, where I've always said, this is not just Dil Walon ki Delhi, but Dimag Walon ki Delhi. And Gujarat is also Dil and Dimag, and a perfect combination. So today, they are questioning Bhupendra Bhai Patel government. Where is the best of facilities? Berozgar Yuva. Where are the schools? Where are the hospitals? Where are the jobs that they promised? Nothing, zilch, zero. And after Morbi, this is going to be a big dent in the vote bank of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Modi will win in a certain state, certain way. But today, even
So
the
are you
Gujarat
saying
mandate,
the Aam
we
Aadmi
question
Party
the
is
Modi power.
looking to gain ground? It is not really looking to win the state. It is looking to dent. Is that the word you
You
used?
never know, Afrida ji. You never know. As a matter of fact, yes, if you look at it as a psephology, you are definitely on point. We did see in the Surat Municipal Corporation very good results from the Aam Aadmi Party and a couple of other municipal corporations too. But now the big figure is the election. Me being a 2018 MLA candidate of Karnataka, I can tell you, you never know the votes when it might swing. And today, yes, the BJP looks strong, but like the David and Goliath story, the David does come through with a victory. So you never know with Gujarat people. They might just flick the vote on the other side, and Aam Aadmi Party and Isudan Gadhvi, a very prominent voice of the fourth pillar of the constitution, the voice of the VTV Gujarat, the man who spoke to the farmers is the voice of the farmer who raised issues.
You're saying
like you
AAP is
do.
ready to
This
turn
man
the
could just be
tables
the
on the
scapegoat.
BJP. Vaibhav Agarwal, if you heard what
Absolutely.
Mr. Kejriwal said today, he said, I'm announcing the name of the next chief minister, not the CM candidate. That is the level of confidence the AAP is coming up with. And the number of
See,
address that Mr. Kejriwal has made in Gujarat, appealing to probably every single sentiment that you can think of.
you see, Afrida, a major focus needs to be on the entire electoral construction of the state. You have to understand that while what Saeed Bhai says is from an arm's length, yes, it makes sense. What Nija ji says is making more sense there, because if you put both the point of views, then I'd like to bring your attention to the 9 parliamentary constituencies that Gujarat has. You know, Kutch area has a separate politics, Bharuch has a separate politics, the Vadodara area has a separate politics. And you have to understand, Gujarat is unlike the politics of Delhi or Punjab or Rajasthan. You know, so Gujarat politics has lesser to do with caste. We've seen all other parties experiment with the caste wars that were brought up over the years, and of course the Bharatiya Janata Party came on top of it. We all saw that.
Okay, let me ask you a hard question here. We have had enough of niceties. The fact of the matter is the Morbi tragedy is very fresh in the people's minds. It is very clear to everyone that when it comes to the real people's issues, the poor, the marginalized, the people who live in these remote areas, the infrastructure in these areas are crumbling and nobody cares. 135 lives lost, you know, in the snap of a finger, simply because there was no due diligence. Look at this case. It is a glaring example of how governance has failed. If you ask me, it is the responsibility of the electorate to vote out such people. If governance has failed, if 135 people can die like this. Mr. Agarwal.
Afrida ji, I think you make a very valid point, and my condolences to the lives lost, and it makes me very sad that the lives have been lost. And I've said that there have been hits and misses. It's good work gone wrong at the hands of human error, and that human error will not go unpunished.
Are you seriously telling me this is human error? I'm sorry, I will not accept that. Have you gone through even the preliminary findings? This is sheer criminal negligence at every level. I'm sorry to say, the head of the government is responsible. And to that extent, I will agree with Aam Aadmi Party and the other political parties who are questioning the head of the state in Gujarat, who have not paid enough attention to infrastructure, where you allow private agencies to rule the roost, where the district administration, the municipal, the civic body is unaware of reopening a bridge. Do you know the number of trials that are held before any such bridge is opened anywhere else in the world?
Afrida ji, I absolutely, with all due respect to your viewpoint and the preliminary findings, I am absolutely all for it, and I am not running away from the responsibility, but we will have to nail the people who've been involved, and why the chaos was caused and why the confusion was caused is something that the investigation agency has to come up with. We cannot be the judge, jury, and everything else in between. I don't see a reason why we've identified it.
I have to bring up the Morbi issue. It should be an election issue. The voters have a responsibility here to demand infrastructure. They are the taxpayer. They have a right to demand basic facilities, civic amenities to operate in their day-to-day lives. I'd leave it at that. Unfortunately, completely out of time. I'm sorry, Abbas Saab, I couldn't come back to you. Vaibhav Agarwal, Syed Abbas, Nirja Chaudhary, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for now. News and updates continue on the other side. Stay with Mirna.